the points in the roundtable were a little bit evolving yet. We are evolving yet from an immature market to a mature market. If you go through a similar roundtable, I can bet on you that the equivalent roundtables in Europe or US are much more sophisticated in terms of what is the systematic risk of those markets, how is the commercial war between the US and China going through. Brazil market is still discussing how you open the market. So that's my point. I think the roundtable was good. It's a good involvement, but I believe the next years we'll be discussing much more about how we're going to credit in the long term. We are still discussing issues that are not the ones that globally should be discussed. Brazil is still a very closed market. And this is something we are always very worried about. How is the fiscal policy of Brazil? How is going to be our exchange rate? How do you defend from hedging? If you think about those questions that are questions of an immature market, that's my point. But again, the best thing about that is there are enough intelligence in the country. The private sector and the public sector has very professional people, very well-educated people, and coming from the best schools in the world, and coming from a very competitive market. Brazil has very strong institutions. If we compare to any emerging market, Brazilian institutions are very strong, and I think we're evolving. So I liked a lot to participate in a roundtable, and my thought is that it will take. We are still maturing the market, and hopefully we'll come next time discussing. Okay, let's see how to structure long-term debt and things like that. The seniority is very high. I'm quite impressed actually. A few colleagues. We have colleagues here from abroad. Colleagues from the Brazilian market. It was fantastic opportunity for networking. I think the discussions in the panels were high-level discussion. The government officials that came brought some just to reinforce my point that we have excellent government officials, not only in the private sector but in the public sector as well. And I think it was a great opportunity. Somebody here asked me if I'm bullish or I'm bearish about Brazil. Okay, I think to make money in Brazil you need to be cautiously bullish. Cautiously bullish. That's how you make money in Brazil. So being aware that there are risks. Brazil is tough. It's not for beginners. You need to have locals running the business with the intelligence that comes from outside, the external savings that are important for the growth of the country. But, we are evolving, and much better than previous years.